James Heappey.
Thank you, Sir Roger, and I too congratulate the member of South West Devon for securing this important debate. In my view, there are 6 networks that drive productivity, not just in our region, but nationally. Those are the air, road, rail, broadband, mobile and energy networks. In the South West, Sir Roger, I'm afraid that we have underinvestment in them all. Bristol Airport, our region's airport, has been growing at a great pace in recent years, but we need to make sure that it is better connected southwards so that it can serve the region that it is intended to. Our road improvements are coming along nicely, but the A303 and the A358 needs to happen with some urgency, Sir Roger. But we must also be aware that as we do the A303 and 358, we risk making Somerset the rock in the stream around which the M4 and M5 to our north and west and the A303 and 358 to our south move very quickly, while Somerset remains disconnected. So I encourage the Minister to support the work of our honourable friend, the member for Bath, and the honourable member for North East Somerset, who are campaigning for better access to North East Somerset from the M4, which will improve connectivity into the northeast of our region, and the work that is ongoing to support Hinkley Point in improving junction 23 of the M5, which will allow better connectivity to Hinkley Point, but also into Mendip as well. We must make sure that as we improve the main roads around our region, we do not simply make Somerset the unconnected rock in the stream around which everything else moves very quickly. On rail, Sir Roger, yesterday our region was once again cut off. The line between Bristol and Taunton was underwater, and that caused huge disruption not only for members of Parliament returning from their weekend, but also for our region as a whole. Our region feels awfully remote when water is on the tracks and nobody can get to us. It was Dawlish before, it was that line through Somerset yesterday. Now, our honourable friend, the member for Bristol North West, has a debate in here this afternoon on the electrification of the Great Western Railway to Bristol Temple Meads. So I will not go into that now, other than to say it is not just, of course, the electrification of those last 8 miles between Bath Spa and Bristol Temple Meads that impacts so much on our region. The electrification in the Thames Valley is needed in order to release the rolling stock that is supposed to come from the Thames Valley to serve the Bristol and Bath commuter network, which in turn releases the rolling stock that is supposed to go down to Devon and Cornwall to serve the Plymouth and Exeter commuter networks. So there is a real impact in the delay of that electrification, not just in the West Country, but in the Thames Valley, in order to increase capacity for commuters within our region. It is a shame, most of all, however, that the electrification of the Great Western Railway that we as a region thought was in the bag now finds itself in competition with the excellent work that has been done by the Peninsula Rail Task Force. On broadband and mobile, Mr. Speaker, I agree absolutely with the growth charter that says that we must go for 90% connectivity by fibre to the premise, and we should go for 5G. But let's not forget that right now over 10% of Devon and Somerset do not have access to a superfast connection at all. Many of them have connection speeds that are down around 2 megabits per second or less. And our mobile phone connectivity, whilst improving, there are still far too many not spots, so there is work to be done there as well before we embark on those much more ambitious targets in the future. On our energy system, Sir Roger, we are a decentralised region. There is no obvious economic focal point, and so it follows that there's no obvious focus for our generation. We are the nation's leader, I think, as a region in the deployment of renewables, but that requires real investment in our distribution and transmission systems in order to be able to support that sort of energy system. And I think, if the front bench would take note, that it is also an opportunity for renewable energy and clean tech and new nuclear to be a part of our industrial strategy for the South West. So, Roger, our region has a very great deal to offer. It has great universities, including those in Bristol, UWE, Bath and Bath Spa. We have great expertise, great ambition, great potential. But by air, road, rail, fibre, mobile and electricity wire, we just need to be better connected.